Well, we met here at Genuardi's.
We didn't actually meet here. We both work in the same office building.
And we both shop here at Genuardi's.
And that's just one of the many things we have in common.
I hate to shop, but at Genuardi's I hate it a lot less.
I love shopping, and I'm always finding new things here.
No, I really don't check prices. But I know the total's less at Genuardi's.
Yeah, I check prices, and Genuardi's prices are great.
Genuardi's, it's everything you're shopping for.
We have a lot in common.
Well, we do have a lot in common.
Don't we?
A lot.
Good.
Hey everybody, it's Sleeve. I'm in East Norriton, Pennsylvania. Before we get this party started, why don't you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and comment below to know you've subscribed. Folks, we're at the East Norriton Farmers Market, Super Gigante, formerly a Genuardi's. In fact, this particular location was built in 1959. It was originally located on the left-hand side of the entrance there, but in the 1980s, they expanded and moved to the right-hand side and redeveloped the left-hand side for other businesses. This closed in the 2010s, like many Genuardi's, and in 2013 was reopened as Super Gigante. Now, I didn't know at the time, but in subsequent visits to other former Genuardi's, I soon discovered these brown shopping carts with the Super Gigante sticker on the side are original Genuardi's carts. In fact, a lot of what you're going to see is original to Genuardi's. Of course, all these product displays, I'm not sure if they were part of the original Genuardi's, but you look at this commercial from back in the 90s, you can see the floor, and even so the decor was similar. Though obviously some of this decor has seen better days. But the white walls and with the green stripe and everything, other Genuardi's had this as well. So we can assume that Super Gigante didn't do a lot of work on this place to reopen it. They pretty much kept most of the original floor and decor here, and I'm pretty sure the layout is almost similar to what it was as Genuardi's too. Now, that spice rack is probably something unique to Super Gigante, but a lot of the signage, aisle markers and whatnot, even that thank you for shopping with our family, that is original Genuardi's items there. In fact, the aisle markers are Safeway. Again, that's no surprise, as Safeway bought, ran, and in my opinion, ruined Genuardi's. Now, what's the story of Genuardi's? Well, in the 1920s, Gaspare and Josephine Genuardi owned a farm, and out of that came a fruit stand, which of their 9 children, the 5 sons, Charlie, Frank, Tom, Joe, and Jim ran, and they became known as the Genuardi brothers. Of course, as time went on, when they started their own supermarket in 1954 in Norristown, Pennsylvania, they kind of simplified their name a bit and pronounce it Genuardi's, which is how it's been in every advertisement, whether on radio or TV, and how most people who've shopped at Genuardi's have known it. Now, in the 1970s and 80s, they expanded. They never were in the city of Philadelphia proper. However, they expanded all throughout the suburbs, and as I remember personally, in 1998 they expanded into New Jersey with stores in Voorhees and in Marlton, as I remember it. I remember that mostly because I was working at Zaley's West Berlin ShopRite, which is a union store. All ShopRites are, and Genuardi's is non-union, and we were giving out buttons and whatnot that said "Stop Genuardi's" and "I thank you for shopping, Union," which I'd wear on my apron at work, and then I later put them on my book bag when I went back to college in the fall. Ended up, a guy started following me and tracked me down as I was walking to convocation. He's like, "Hey, notice those Genuardi's pins you have?" I'm like, "Okay." And he's like, "I happen to know some Genuardi's back where I'm from in Pennsylvania. Mind if I have that one?" I was like, "Sure, dude, go ahead. I don't care." So that was an interesting personal story. Now, in 2001, Safeway bought the Genuardi's family markets from the Genuardi family. And this is when they ran, and I had to say ruined, Genuardi's. In 2004, 3 years after buying the stores, they converted all the Delaware Genuardi supermarkets to Safeway, of which one of them I actually am going to visit in a subsequent supermarket checkout, so stay tuned for that video. And unionize these converted former Genuardi's, while the remaining Genuardi stayed non-union. And from about 2010 and 2015, it was pretty much slash and burn. Underperforming stores such as Voorhees were shuttered in 2010. And in 2011, 2012, there were deals made for giant Carlisle and Weiss markets to buy some other former Genuardi's. And eventually they closed every store that they had not converted or sold, with the last one in Audubon, Pennsylvania, staying open all the way up to 2015. Now, this particular store was probably one of the ones that was closed in 2010. And in 2013, it was reopened as Super Gigante. Again, with very little changed from the original. If you ever watch any old Genuardi's commercials on YouTube, or look up any other Genuardi's, you'll see that the decor, I had to give it my sweet tooth here, is very much Genuardi's-ish, if not fully Genuardi's. And the only part where they really erased some Genuardi's hair traces was over by the store bakery in this particular store. And you'll see some signs throughout the store where it would have said Safeway or Genuardi's on there, and they've simply tacked on a sticker that said Super Gigante. But at any rate, the store is, while it's a little shabby, you can't knock the selection here. There's well-stocked shelves and everything you could imagine. They cater to multinationalities, not just the Hispanic and the gringo, but there's also stuff for those who are from non-Hispanic countries as well. So whatever you're into, you can find it here. And it would be nice if they could kind of repair some of those aisle markers, but I mean, really, they did a pretty good job keeping the place, running. The guest services sign, that's originally Genuardi's, but that Apple sticker, if you will, is covering up the Genuardi's G. And I'm not sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if those register lights are original Genuardi's as well. I mean, if you didn't notice those social distancing stickers on the floor, you'd think you were back at a Genuardi's. Well, now it's time for me to ring up my purchases, which I do as I look at all the goodies here. And tempting. I mean, I don't know what half the stuff is, but hey, it is tempting. And this fella here, I went and paid for my goods and walk out. But I have to say, I paid cash too, by the way. I have to say, if I lived in the area or was visiting the area, I would definitely shop here again. It was It's a nice little store. The express lane sign. It's definitely Safeway, so it's probably unique or probably original to Genuardi's here. It would be nice though if you look to my left as we come out the door here, they would repair that section. But overall, it was still a nice little trip down memory lane. Again, folks, like, share, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, tell a friend. Check out your local independent grocers. You never know what you might find. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next video. I can't believe I got in this place.